Hello everybody. Well, a little bit of catch up here. I did a video yesterday and it's uploading on YouTube right now of the start of the construction of this box. As that video will tell you, it's only partially done because I wanted to do some slow stitching for the cover and also for the inside spine, which I did choose to use the flour sack. I used some of the same piece of lace for the inside spine. I've done some French knots, some random cross stitching on both pieces, and you can see I used a couple Suffolk or yo-yos or Suffolk puffs. That's hard for me to say. And an old doily. Sewed a few buttons on here. I think I am set to finish this. So, with that being said, I'm just going to dive right in here. My husband is out running errands. I know he is going to be coming in sometime soon, so I hope he doesn't. And for those of you that know, my dog is still healing from spine surgery, and so I have her in here in her little playpen, so hopefully she'll be a good girl and not cause any commotion. So I am going to start by attaching my front on here, and hopefully this Fabrifix will cooperate with us. And am I in camera or in frame here? Ugh. No, Mo. I don't know why I keep having, I've had this on its side thinking that would help. I'm going to start by just putting this, on here. And of course my husband just pulled in, so that's why the dog's starting to whine. So she's probably going to freak out when he opens the door. So I may have to turn the video off really quick. I should have just waited 5 more minutes and all the chaos would have been over. I'm so excited to get this portion done because I can then start working on the journal. I plan to do slow stitching on the journal cover as well. I have a, let me just turn this off real quick. Okay, so I think she's going to be calm enough. He's getting her a treat. I went ahead and finished putting my glue on here. This is going to be most tricky because I know about where I want this to hit. Make sure I have plenty of turn in there. And that looks pretty good. So first thing I want to do is make sure I'm able to cover all this here, which I have done. I like to use, and if you've watched any of my videos, you know I always like to use my this loss of words. I just feel like it helps spread out the glue. Alright, now I'll go back here and add a little bit of glue along to finish gluing this down. cut some of this off. Okay. I can cut just want to cut some of this off. Make sure I have enough to turn it under. Just adding some glue to spots. Make sure everything's glued down really well. Let's go back on this side before I do that. I want to make sure all our edges are glued down good. Okay. Now, on the inside here, I will cut these corners. Let's see, do I want to start on my short end first or my long end? I don't think it really matters. I just want to make sure I get my corner covered good. Okay, I'll do the short end first. Still on camera here. It's funny, like I've had the dog on a routine and she's been so good about staying in her playpen, and when he's home everything changes. He said last night, do you just want me to leave? I said, no, it's just I have her on a routine and you just sort of messed that all up. And his solution to everything for her, which I think she has lost a little bit of weight, but she's supposed to because she's a mini dash hound, and with the spine injury, you know, added weight is not a good thing. But his solution to everything, and any time she makes a sound, is give her some kind of treat, you know. And so she's come to expect that from him. I told him he's an enabler. I'm like, you're her crack dealer. Because every time she looks at you, you offer her something else. And of course, being a dog, you're going to take that something else, you know. Trying to get this corner here. Not perfect, but close enough, right? Leave that on its side. Okay, so this is the outside of the box, the spine, and the back, or the bottom of the box. Alright, so the next thing is going to be, let me think this through. Yeah, I want to put my plates, and then I'll put this over those plates. I've already cut out, this is the this is the paper that I advised you yesterday that I was going to use for the inside. So I've already cut them out to the size that I want them. So I'll glue those down. And I think I'll put the glue on the bottom of this. I've already inked the edges too, or at least the 3 edges that will be seen. I've picked out a closure as well for the box. So I've done a lot behind the scenes. I know I haven't been on YouTube or Instagram or any of that the last few days, but I have been doing a lot behind the scenes, especially all that stitching. I know it doesn't look like a whole lot, but that's several hours worth of work on the stitching I did on the cover and the spine, which I don't mind. I really enjoy it. It's very relaxing to me. Let's see. My concern on this part is to get this parts that we're going to see. This side is hard because those buttons on the Suffolk on the yo-yos, for some reason I can't say that. I can't say the other word today. What I'll do, lost my frame of thought. What I will do, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. Okay, there's that one. And I'll put this one on. Anyway. Don't fail me now, glue. has to go back to the neurosurgeon for her. We expect that she'll get her staples out tomorrow. I feel so bad for her. She has 20 of them. And I got to take those out and just take a look at her, see how she's doing, which she is standing very good. We're supposed to keep her confined, and even when we're outside with her to go potty and what have you, we have to use a towel to put under her belly and hold on to the ends of the towel to support her. But she can walk, and she had an 85% chance of walking again, but she's doing very well. I'm sure we're probably going to be told she needs some kind of rehab because the back half of her gets very wobbly, you know, sort of like she's drunk and she falls down. But she hasn't been free to just do it on her own, you know. We've been controlling her. I just want to make sure I get this where I want it. Yeah. It's good on the bottom, good on the top. Okay. But she's doing remarkably well. I know they mentioned therapy to us a couple weeks ago, you know. There's different places here, and I think the nearest would be Providence, which is like 10 minutes from us. But they would do underwater treadmill because it takes the weight off of the spine, but makes their little legs go. But I tell you, you can tell she's pretty darn. In my opinion, and I know we have to wait for all that to heal in the, you know, spinal cord and all that. But I think if you just let her go, I think within a matter of a couple days she would have the walking 100%. But that's just one person's opinion, and of course we're going to do whatever they tell us we have to do, because we certainly don't want to go through another surgery or causing her further injury. But we are very pleased with her progress. It's really pretty in person. Let's see, I guess the next thing would be positioning this. And let's see, do I want that up there? This is a bit longer than, I think I'll leave, yeah, I'll cut that end off. So that's going to go there, and then the box is going to go on here. I didn't want to cover the spine, as I've said before, with paper. I just feel like with the box opening and closing, opening and closing, that the paper was bound to rip at some point. So that's why I chose to use that book binders and to cover it with this fabric. But I think that's very pretty. I really do think it's pretty. That's my opinion. I hope that you all do too. Alright, so I'm going to lay my ruler here to give me, well, I sort of know where I'm going with that. I guess just sort of, just so it's enough to cover over this. No, Mo. She knows her daddy's downstairs. So now she's going to whine. And it's sort of funny, well, not funny. It was pretty endearing, quite honestly. I know I've mentioned this a million times. We have a bi-level house. So we have, you know, a living room and a main living space up. And then we have a full basement, which our family room and entertaining area is. And so since she's been home from the hospital, which is almost 2 weeks now, Tuesday will be 2 weeks, she has been confined basically to the living room in her, you know, in her playpen. I've actually been sleeping on the sofa this whole time because she normally sleeps with us. And we tried the first night having her in her playpen in the bedroom, and she just didn't understand why she wasn't in bed with us, you know. And with my husband working, I just felt like he needed his sleep. So I chose to move out to the living room. So we've been confined in that living room for these 2 weeks. And yesterday I said to Bill, I said, you know, I really want to like move her playpen downstairs this evening so we can go down in the family room for a while, give her a change of scenery. Oh my gosh, you never, I tell you, that dog was so excited. She was so excited. It's like we gave her a whole new lease on life. She was so excited yesterday when we did that. So that was nice for her. And we'll do that again later today. But we're hoping that we get the go-ahead tomorrow after the staples are removed and all. It's not like our bed's really high. She's never, ever even attempted to jump off of it. But I would love to be able to sleep back in my own bed and have her in there with us. Right now, with the staples and stuff, we just don't feel safe, you know. But, now I gotta cut that off. That might be hitting at a bad point. I wonder if I can pull this up. I want to bring this over a little bit further. Well, I think it's not going to matter because I think no matter what, we're going to have, I think I'm going to do it that way though. Grab this glue off. Make this a little bit, I didn't think about that. That's hitting the, oh. Boy, I'm just messing everything up, aren't I? I want to bring this, I don't want to have to cut this end, that's why I'm doing that. There. Make this go up a little bit higher, or a little bit wider over here to get away from the bend of the spine. Let's try. She hears Bill down in the family room, so she thinks she needs to be down there. Just making sure there's glue everywhere here. Holding everything down. Isn't that paper beautiful? I think it is just stunning. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is the closure. And I'm sure this is all. Initially, I had thought about the little, I think it's called a hitch, something hitch, and that's what I was going to go with. But then I started thinking I had these Tim Holtz pieces. Actually, I had this on my little box that I keep like all my vintage laces and linens and that kind of thing in. I had that on there. I had this one left that I had never used, and I didn't really like how it looked, so I took this one off of my my box. I'll probably put this back on my box if I need to make a new box. That was just like a total experiment from an Amazon box. But I think I'm going to use this one on here, and what I'm going to do is put a eyelet here to run my ribbon through, and then, you know, this will go on top with, you know, we'll just go around the handle there to keep it closed. But I need to get this eyelet on here, I think, before I want to put some more glue under that. So I need to get my eyelet in there before I place the box, because I don't know if I'll have room to put that eyelet on there once the box is in place. And I just keep pushing this down. I just want this to dry really well. Alright, so I want to find the middle of my box. No, it's going to be just shy of 4 inches, I think. That looks pretty good, actually. I'm just going to bring that, grab my pencil, put a little mark just so I know for my approximate, even though I measured. Excuse me, I need to get a drink. Okay, so I got my mark. I'm going to figure out where this box is going. Yes, I don't want to go in too far. And let's see. I'll go ahead and put get rid of all these strings. Oh no. I'm just going to, I want to make sure I get plenty of this. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off because I'll be able to. Okay. I'm just going to turn this video off real quick and back on because I forgot to set my timer and I don't want my camera to stop on me. Okay. So the next thing is placing the box. And that's why I wanted to put that eyelet on there first in case I need to bring it this way. Get rid of that. So I know that we sort of want to center this up and down, but it's important that you don't get too close to the spine. And I think that right there is perfect. Yeah, I think that right there would be perfect. So I'm just using my I think I'll just use my eyelet as my guide here, and if I set that, make sure I get my ends correct and set that right at the edge of that eyelet. I think it's the perfect spot for it. So now, what glue, what glue, what glue? I'm going to sort of put camera here, but make sure this is down. I don't know whether to use this or that. I think I'm going to use I'm going to pull out the big guns and go with my PVA glue. Just because. Another paintbrush. I have like 5 of my paintbrushes soaking in water. They haven't been cleaned. Hopefully my PVA feels like plain today. I think that's probably more than enough glue. Very excited about starting the little journal. Have some ideas for some of the ephemera on the inside, and making sure I get this glue out to the edges as well. I want our box falling off. Every time I see one of these boxes, every time something's used in the house, my husband, do you need this box? Do you need this box? I have so many boxes stayed saved up, but yet every time there is a box that is emptied out, I find myself looking at it. Could I use that for something? Alright, so I know where I'm going to turn this way. And hopefully be able to give me some guidance on my sides, my top and my bottom. And do I want it this way or this way? I think this way. And I just want to be able to see my sides are about right. Whoops. Oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm sure my big fat head was in the middle of the camera. I think my sides are good. I think that's the spot that I just want to hold this down to let that PVA take hold. Yeah, put it in there. Do it gentle. I don't shut the sides. And that's really turning out cute. Cute, cute, cute. So, thank you, Rachel, for these beautiful papers. Yeah, that's good. That's solid. Okay, so the last thing we have to do, our little box, and I'll keep playing with this even after the video is over, making sure everything's glued down, drying well. So the last thing, ooh, I wonder if I left that long enough. Yeah. Put that on there. I think it's long enough. I might have to change this out. Excuse me. I'm going to put a longer piece of this on there. I can always cut it off what I don't use, but I want to make sure it's long enough. I love this little box. I really do love it. Every time I fold that, I'm seeing, yeah. There's my glue over here. Oh my goodness. I am in love with this box. I really am. Okay, so I'm going to turn this way. And I'm just going to sort of eyeball pretty good, actually. There. About there. And how far in do I want to go? I think I want to do it right on the edge there. And a small end. Screw through. That's what I love about these Tim Holtz things. They're so easy to use. I have my husband's. My husband has given me a lot of his tools. And some I have taken without him knowing. But this is one that he told me I could keep. I wish I would have got that in a little bit further. Daggone it. I don't know if I can. Yeah, I wish I would have got that in further, but sorry about that, whoever gets this. I wish that would have been in just a little bit further. But what can I say? So I'm going to take my string here, figure out. Yeah, I wish I would have got that in just a tad further. Let's see if there's anything I can do about it. I think if I make another hole, yeah, I'm going to leave that. But you've all witnessed my boo-boo. I wish I would have brought that in further. Makes me wonder about this because it's smaller. Where would that go? When I punched that hole, I didn't consider, you know, the diameter of that. That's disappointing to me. Very disappointed in myself. Well, whoever chooses this or receives this, they could certainly change it out. Yeah, that should be in further. Definitely. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Just have an idea here. Very disappointed. You righty tighty, lefty loosey. Inside, I don't think it would be a big deal. Would this cover it? And that would cover the outside. If I put that there. I'm going to go for this. I'm going to punch another hole. So there's going to be a little hole here. But I'm not happy with that all the way over there. The other option I was looking at is using that, and I just think it's too small, is what I'm thinking. Oh, woe is me. Alright, so here we go again. I'm going to make sure if that is there. So I have a little idea of how far. Alright, so like found my spot. Can't see my spot. If I do that, I'm about 1/4 of an inch in. It's about 1/4 of an inch. All right, let's pray. Let us pray. I still want that further in. Well, we're stuck with this. Okay. That's much better though. At least you got an edge. It covered the hole on the outside. The inside, and it covered the hole on the inside as well. So that's better. That's much better. And we have the choice of, do we want it? No, I don't want that in a bow. I'm just going to, well, I want to make sure. Don't want it that tight. Be able to get it on and off, right? Because you can't really push this down like you can on a journal. So I'm going to make this loose enough that you can get it on and off. Doesn't really need it to be a little bit tighter. And I'm going to keep that sort of loose. I'm going to keep these ends on here so that whoever receives this journal, if you want to, you know, tie a bow or cut them off or put beads or whatever you may want to do, you have an option. I'm just going to tie the ends here. There we go. But isn't that adorable? I think this box is, I'm not tooting my own horn. Yeah, I don't like, this is, even though I kept that loose, I think I need to make it looser. It's going to be hard to get on and off. Maybe you just tie it. Maybe that's what you would do. That's what I'm going to suggest. You just tie it or untie it. There we go. Solution. So, there you have it. There's the box that's going to house the journal. And now I can get to work on that journal. I just love all these papers together. And I know, I'm sure you're probably wondering about my choice of yo-yos here. But you know what? This, to me, I feel like as I was choosing the yo-yos, I didn't really care that they didn't match 100%. I like that they're a little bit different. It sort of put me in the mindset of someone long ago taking their treasured items, maybe their grandmother made these or whomever, and just sort of utilizing them, you know, to preserve them because of that person. That's where my mindset went. I was like, you know, I sort of like the contrast. I don't like, it doesn't bother me that it's not like the perfect colors matching. It's not like all that off, but just adds something different. So there you go. There's the box for the journal, and I'll get this video uploaded. And once again, I want to thank all of my subscribers. Thank you so much to all my new subscribers. I really appreciate your support from all of you. And tomorrow I'll be back. I plan on doing a little bit of work on that journal cover, and maybe tomorrow we'll be able to construct the journal base that's going to go inside the box. So there you have it. See you tomorrow, and thanks again. Have fun. Bye-bye.